Hi friends, many a times parents come to me and they ask me if it's a good idea to buy things at home like a trampoline or a therapy ball or a tunnel, So they ask me if that would be a better idea instead of taking the child outdoors so that he can play outdoors. And my main advice to all of them is that outdoor play cannot be replaced by anything that's done indoors. So it's very important that we take care that we provide opportunities to our kids to play outdoors. It is extremely important, very, very important. Now, what is it that we do with our children when we play outdoors? What are the things to take care of? First thing to remember is that we let the child decide what he wants to do. So if the child wants to run, let him run. Many a times we as parents are always deciding for the child about what is it that he should be doing. We tell them, don't climb on that slide, don't go on that swing. Okay, swing 10 times. Okay, slide only 5 times. Okay, now jump, hang from this monkey bar once. Okay, run from one end of the lawn to the other for 5 counts or whatever. So what I'm trying to tell you is we are deciding everything and we're not letting the child decide what he wants to do or what she wants to do when they are playing outdoors. So the first important thing to take care is let the child decide what he wants to play. Let him, let his inner, what you call, motivation, let his inner guidance guide the child about what he wants, because his body knows him better than us, right? So he would know what he wants more. Given an opportunity, I have seen that a child would only do the slide maybe more than 100 times. They would only be sitting on the swing sometimes, or sometimes they keep on to shift from the swing to the slide to so on. So what I'm trying to convey here is that we be there to provide the support and the safety that the child needs, but we do not keep insisting and bombarding the child with too many instructions. So that's something that I feel is very important. Secondly, the motor planning opportunities that the child gets when he plays outdoors are huge. I mean, they're so diverse. There are very various opportunities that the child would get if he's playing outdoors. If a child is able to climb onto a tree, if the child is able to, walk on a fallen tree, if the child is able to hang from those branches of a tree, those are beautiful things that a child can engage in. Another important thing that we need to take care of is that we are there taking care of the safety and also taking care that the activity that the child is doing is not putting him into a hyper aroused state. Is he getting, is he just getting into that loop of an activity, doing it again and again, and it is not helping him to calm down, rather it's overstimulating him. So if you feel the activity that he wants to engage in is making him really under aroused or over aroused, that means that's when we need to interfere and we need to stop them and redirect them to some other activity. So that's something that we need to take care of. Most of the times when parents go down, they make their child cycle or do a skateboard or just run or walk, and that's it, and then they come back home. So I feel it's important that let the child decide what he wants to do. Many a times kids with autism who have a label of autism, they go down and they play with kids, but they are just observing them. They're not really playing with them. They are just standing at a distance observing what the other kids are doing, and I feel even that is okay. Sometimes they're just near the child, playing around them but not playing with them, and I feel even that is okay. If we allow that opportunity to the child on a day-to-day basis, the child gets confident and he will be able to play with them at his or her own pace. So I remember of this child, and he wanted to climb a tree. The parents said, okay, only 10 times you're going to climb a tree and then done, you're not going to do it again. This child climbed for 10 times. He came back home. He was not very happy. And we had a consultation in that week, and she spoke to me. She said, my child has climbed 10 times, 15 times, I keep allowing him, and he's not happy. He wants more. So I said, have you ever allowed him to try it as many times as he wants? And let me know when is it that he says, over, done, let's go home. She said, I've never tried that, and we decided to give an opportunity to this child so that he could try that particular activity. And when it was given, this boy climbed up on that tree 152 times. That's a lot of times, which means that he wanted to challenge himself. He wanted to master that skill of climbing up onto that tree till he got it. And 10-15 repetitions were not enough for him. So the child knows how many repetitions he needs to be able to master the skill. And the more the child masters the environment, the more confident he becomes of using his own body. And the more confident he gets about using his own body, the more stability comes in, the more focus and concentration improves. So what I'm trying to tell you is, let the child test his limits. One more parent comes to my mind, and she told me that, my child, we make him play for around 30 to 45 minutes, and then we get him back home. And I said, but how long does the child want to play? And she said, I've never tested it. So we decided to give this child also an opportunity, and she told me this boy played for 2.5 hours. So that much he needed to play, and he was given very less opportunity. Parent told me that there were so many other things that were there in his schedule, and each one had a specific time, and so much time could not be allotted to play. But I feel in the long term, it's important to realize what is more important for a child. I'm not saying only play is important. I mean that balancing is important. Only 45 minutes of a play for a boy who's 6 or 7 years old is too little. Children between 0 to 6 years of age or 7 years of age engage in a lot of sensory motor play. When they run, they jump, they climb, they fall, they get up, they dust off this, and then they start again. That's how they become they become masters of using their own body. They learn how to use their own body. So I feel it's very important that these kids be given an opportunity to play outdoors, be allowed to test their limits, for how long they want to do it, be allowed to master the environment. But we take care of the safety, we take care of the arousal levels, we check whether they are not getting very hyper aroused, doing some tasks which is not benefiting them. Another important thing which is very important to take care of is that we do not let the child play in the late in the evenings. So if the child goes down to play by 7, 7:30 and is playing down till 9, 9:30 at night, I don't think it's a good idea. Having playtime so close to bedtime would only diminish the quality of sleep. So it's important that the child plays in the evenings and not late evenings and early nights. So that's another important thing we can take care of. It's very important to know that when kids play outdoors, they develop good immunity. And when they're allowed to play out in the sun, they produce vitamin D, and the kind of vitamin D which is produced by the body is so, what I would say, the quality of the vitamin D that's produced by the body far, far, far is beyond what these synthetic oral vitamins can even come close to. So it's very important that our kids get the opportunity to play outdoors. I think it's really important. We do therapy for them. They do studies, they do everything, but they also play, because childhood is all about play, and it's only through play that they learn. Thank you.